Not every day you get to spend time with a Cheltenham Festival winner. This is Protektorat. He's going back for a repeat bid at the Ryanair. He was the headline act of a fantastic week last year for Dan Skelton and all the team, and inevitably, 1 year on, hope turns somewhat to expectation. Now, that's a difficult thing for a trainer to go through, but when you've got the likes of the new Lion, a Grade 1 winner with bundles seemingly more to come, you can afford to be going there with more than a degree of confidence.
Langerdon and Harry Skelton has taken it up as they run into the closing stages. Langerdon by 3 will win the Coral Cup.
He's just a remarkable little horse.
Unexpected Party landed in front at the last from Liberty Hunter. Unexpected Party, grey head bowed low, running on willingly. Going to be the Skeltons at the double. There might be a party tonight.
Ray Dawning, big and bold. He leads by 2. Ray Dawning has won the Turners. Ray Dawning wins for Harry and Dan Skelton.
Sometimes when you get a horse that you think's this good, you've got to puff your chest out and go with him.
Harry Skelton and Protektorat are going clear on the run to the line, and the 2024 running of the Ryanair Chase will emphatically go to Protektorat.
It's magic. I can't believe it's all coming together like this. It's phenomenal.
Dan, it's that time of year again, the Cheltenham Festival, the beginning of the spring festivals. As a trainer these days, can you afford to not be thinking about these at any point during the season? Is it something you can get away from at all?
No, you have to be thinking about them all the time. And I suppose picking out which ones might be suitable, picking out if those are suitable, how the best route to get there is. So no, you're always thinking about it, and it goes back to even when you're buying horses, you're thinking about their suitability for X years down the line. Could they be good enough to get to one of these big festivals, Cheltenham at the top of the list?
And in terms of the team sheet who are going to the festival, does it vaguely look similar to how you thought it would, say, in October, as opposed to how it is now in February?
Yeah, I mean, there's ebbs and flows, there's surprises and unfortunates, and but I don't think probably massively different. I suppose the one that we presumed at the start of the year would get to the Gold Cup is Grey Dawning, and we're probably not going to go with him for many different reasons.
Go on, who has surprised you?
I'm surprised by taking her chances. She obviously goes to the Mares Hurdle. I think she's a good each way chance. If the top 2 in the betting don't run, then she's probably got an even better chance. But I was running around in the summer over 3 miles, so she's certainly surprised us. Panic Attack wasn't on the team at the start of the year, so I think she's got a chance in the plate. Catching Derry's come forward and won a Temps qualifier. He's got himself on that list. And then the horses that have been showing no form in the winter that have sort of started to get there now, the likes of Unexpected Party, Valgrand, they're horses that you presumed would go back to the festival, but what their chance would be, you weren't sure. But the closer we're getting, the more. Maybe it's just the fact it's getting closer, I'm getting more confident, but yeah, you just feel like they're in better form now than they were then. We're very, very lucky to have Protektorat. Not only is his talent what it is, but his resolution and his desire is absolutely top quality, and I think that's what gives him the ability to run so well in these races, and why he's got the longevity he has. He'll obviously head back for the Ryanair. It's his only entry, like I say. I think he's got a great chance. I really do.
We know about him. We know exactly what he can do. We're not expecting a higher level necessarily, but do you think last year's performance would be good enough in the context of this year's Ryanair?
I don't know. I don't think he'd be far off, because he did beat Envoy Allen last year, who's won all those Grade 1s, won at the festival. I mean, it was a really good performance, and he put them away up the hill from the back of the last and won by 4 lengths, I think, in the end, which was pretty good. And I don't know if it's good enough. Depends how good Factor File is back in trip, and depends how Ile Francais handles the hill and all these things. It might be good enough last year's, but then again, those two might say that it's not.
Cheltenham experience always key. There's no getting away from that. Having had Loda Sud go there earlier, bolt up earlier in his campaign, how happy are you with his preparation since?
It's been really good. I mean, 4 from 4. There's no griping. Liked what we've seen. Got some course form in the book, like you say. Okay, Warwick looked unbelievably good from 3 out to the last, and then he just probably idled, took a bit of a blow. Harry was easy enough on him from then. You know, I think the proximity of Rubo at the line left a few people scratching their head, but I wasn't. I was quite happy with what I saw. He's been great form since. I think he's a great chance. I really do. I mean, a lot of respect for Majborough, of course. You've got to have a lot of respect for Majborough. He's a Grade 1 winning hurdler. You know, and he's looked good in his chases. But I'm very happy with that horse. Probably the best he was at Cheltenham in November, when he got a lead. You know, and he could quicken up off a pace. He looked very, very good that day. It was around the course and distance that we're going back to, you know, on the Tuesday at Cheltenham. So that's why I say, you know, when you bubble it all back, there isn't much I don't like.
In the Kingmaker, down the back straight, when he's toe-to-toe with Rubo, taking those fences in quick succession, that's an ideal Cheltenham Festival prep, isn't it? From your perspective, that's what you want to see.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know when the last winner of the Kingmaker won an Arkle, but there's been plenty of them down the years. Yeah, I'm very happy with what I've seen and what we've got and how things are going. So, yeah, I wouldn't be swapping him at the moment.
You wouldn't be swapping the new Lion for any?
Yeah, well, yeah, the new Lion. Really exciting. How high can he go? I don't know, but like, yeah, he's looked super good. As you can see, he looks outstanding. This horse's coat, I have to say, if you look at all of them, I think this horse's coat is one of the most forward of all of our horses. He looks great. Love to see him bright like this. I took him to Huntingdon the other day for, I call it a gallop. It wasn't a gallop. He had a canter round. He had a day out. But this is what I love about him, that energy. He's happy, he's healthy, he's bright. I love all this about him. And when we took him to Huntingdon, he was like this. When he come off the lorry, he walked around the paddock full of exuberance and happiness. He's never a horse that pulls in the race. He's never a horse that pulls in work. So he's never going to boil over and do it the wrong way. But I just love to see him looking and feeling so well. He's going to be going on the Wednesday unless the ground was very, very soft, heavy, in which case we could switch to the Tuesday. But the reality is he's going for the Wednesday. I love him. I love everything about him. I love his attitude. I love the trainability of him. If you ask Harry, he'll tell you he loves the way he is to ride. You know, if you want to go inside, you can go inside. If you want to go outside, you can go outside. You want to go a bit quicker, you can go a bit quicker. You want to go a bit slower, he does that as well. He can do it all.
Your into Cheltenham Festival winners was by the County Hurdle. Superb story. You've won it plenty since, 4 in all. How does Valgrand compare to those contenders at this stage of his career? Pretty
favourably, actually. When everyone was getting carried away at the October meeting, I did say to everyone, just woo, 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 we need to see that once more. And we didn't, which is why we're going in a County Hurdle, not a Supreme Hurdle. But like I say, if you'd have said to me at Christmas, will he run in it and how will he go? I said, well, he might run in it, but we might not be so well handicapped, and you know, we might have to run in it because kind of like, what else do we run in? I think actually now we're getting closer to it. I'm starting to think actually we've got a contender here.
Dalston Lad for the bumper. Well, when exactly did you start thinking he could be a champion bumper contender?
About 3 weeks ago. I just thought, what else are we going to run him in? Really, I mean, he's won 2 and he's looked good in it. His form's solid. He doesn't jump off the page as a champion bumper horse though, because he's, you know, he sees it out well, and whether he's quite got the gears for a champion bumper, I don't know. But one thing he does is put him in front of horses, he beats them. So let's give it a go. I think we go there with a couple of other nice bumper horses. Key Up the Board. The ground was very soft. I think he'll outrun his odds. Second to Nichols is at Warwick. And then the horse that I think's got overlooked in the bumper is Fortune de Mare, just because he got beat at Huntingdon. But if you watch the race back, he didn't stop pulling till he turned in.
He had no pace to it.
Yeah, well, and he's just too keen, too fresh. I knew I had to run him at Huntingdon to get the freshness out of him. So back to the scene of his victory, fast run race. He's overlooked, I think.
Just to close with, I remember we came here 8 years ago. You just trained 200 winners in that wonderful season, and you said to one of your lads, we overheard you saying, if it exists, it's possible. Having Cheltenham Festival runners, having Cheltenham Festival winners is the embodiment of that statement since then. Are you still in kind of pinch yourself mode over exactly what you've achieved in those 8 years since?
Yeah, massively, because you know you might plan and predict and do your best to get these results, but actually getting them is a different matter. You've still got to be humble with those victories, because at the end of the day, I'm a very, very small part of it. Yeah, I make the entries, I declare them, I help the owners find them and train them. But I'm only doing a fraction of actually what goes on. You can hear the farriers in the background. The staff that look after them every day, the people that find them for us. The vets, the physios, the feeding team. It's a massive part of it. So when you get those big victories, it's great, but it's also very humbling because the effort that's gone into it is huge.
Just finally, 4 winners last year, a marquee season for you, big festival winners, what everyone strives for. Do you go in with a different sense of expectation this year, or no, you are still, we're going to the Olympics of racing, we'll take what we can get?
Well, absolutely, you've got to take what you can get and hope for one, and anything else is a bonus. But I think we are now at the point with the size of team we have and the chances we have, I think we kind of got to come out with a winner. It's the first time I've ever said that, and I just think the expectation now, given the position we're in, that we are expected to win, and that's a totally different expectation. Like I was saying before, when you're on the way up, your successes are measured. When you get near the top, your defeats are measured. So, I think we're now at the point where, there'll be more said if we don't have a winner than if we actually do. So, a bit more pressure, a bit different pressure perhaps.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.